coming home. Knicks signed Austin Rivers to a
Yes, sir.
3-year deal, $10 million, J Ellis. That's it.
Woo! What?
$10 million, only
What?
only 1 year guaranteed.
Crazy.
Only one
Finesse.
year guarantee. Super finesse. Super finesse. They then turn around and trade Ed Davis, who they received a second round pick for in a trade with the Utah Jazz, and flip him to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Amari Spellman out of Villanova,
Right.
Jacob Evans out of Cincinnati, and another second round pick.
Come on.
And by the way, they brought back Theo Pinson.
The dance instructor is back.
Dancing Man is back. But anyway, man, let's just break this thing down. Well, what did you think of all these moves? And is there more to make, man? Talk to me, bro. What's going on here?
I mean, looking at the landscape, there has to be more moves to make, CP. We have 37 point guards on the team right now. So you would think one of them has to be moved. Like, I'm glad that we got a point guard who can shoot from three. Just not an outstanding shooter. Not a knockdown, not no Steph Curryness, but just he's past 35% from the field, from the 3-point line. Average, passable, and he's not a world beater. He's not going to give you some pick and roll. He's going to get his own shot. But we needed something, CP. Yeah. So I'm glad that we have that. But it just seems like there's more moves to come with Elfrid Payton having a no trade clause. Frank and DSJ still here. Like, the math don't add up. Something has to give.
Something has to give. With all the moves that they made today, right? Let's talk roster construction. You have to start the season with 15 men on the roster, right? If you're 15 on the main roster, then you could have your two-way contracts. Right now, they have 16 under contract on the main roster, plus their two-ways. And then they also have Miles Powell, who's under the Exhibit 10 contract. So he's good.
He's
right?
good to go.
The worst thing that can happen with him is they cut him, he goes to Westchester, and they figure it out from there. They have Pinson and they have Harper on the two-ways. And then they have 16 on the main. Now, Berman of the Post is saying that Amari Spellman has a good chance of being invited to camp. Spellman was averaging about 7 and 4, nothing crazy, but still shot 40% from three, and could give you some backup power forward minutes. I do think we need some power forward depth in the event that they do trade Randall.
Absolutely. Bobby Portis is going too. They were supposed to bring him back, or they were thinking about it, and he joined the Bucks. So we definitely another stretch for on this team.
Yeah, absolutely. So something's got to give here. Something has to give. Is it something major? Is it Westbrook? Is it Conley? Is the Conley deal still alive? I would love for it to be. You know what I mean? But I don't know. To me, I'm not so sure if something big is on the way. I can say that, again, what I like is that this is, again, them playing the long game. Right? I talked about this on the show last night. A lot of people called in vexed. They were tight that the Knicks missed out on Van Fleet. They missed out on Hayward. They're not going to be good. They're not putting together a good roster. And all that is understandable. I could agree with that side of the argument. But on the other side, these guys are playing the long game, bro. They're preserving the cap for 21. They're accumulating assets. At the same time, they're bringing in guys on the cheap, as in Rivers, as in Burks, that can help them from a shooting standpoint. Knicks were in the bottom of the league in spot-up shooting. You have Burks, who's in the 74th percentile. You have Rivers, who's average. He's about 50th percentile in spot-ups. 47% from the corner three, with Thibodeau likes. So you have guys that you got on the cheap that can help your team, that can also be flipped at the deadline for more assets.
Right. Everything points to the flipping. Everything is a year, except for Elfrid Payton, which can't be flipped for this year, which is still crazy to think about. But everything is a year long. All these assets are very movable, very tradable. And we can definitely see a situation where it's a Marcus Morris thing mid-season, flip you, get some picks, keep it moving. Or we can even see some picks mid-season, add that to the bevy of picks we already have, make a bigger move down the road for the disgruntled star. There's a lot of possibilities online. It's chess, not checkers with this organization right now. We missed out on a lot of the big free agents.
Right.
It sucks. We had a feeling we were going to miss out on a lot of these, but as of today, we are still in the game. They're just playing the long game since we missed the short game.
Yeah, and that's what I see. I still don't see Westbrook. I definitely don't see John Wall. I don't think they're making these moves to just throw it all away on their big contracts. I don't think so. I think they're doing this to continue to maintain flexibility while accumulating more assets and at the same time bringing in players that can help them on the cheap that you can flip potentially later on. And I like that.
I like it too. Man. It's massive. We seen what they did during the draft. They obviously have a plan. I just imagine just watching the Knicks big board looking like, some CSI board with a bunch of wires and photos connected to I feel like that's what's happening in the back room right now. They're on plan D, E, F, G, H, I, J right now, trying to figure it out and dig us out of this hole.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Sunday night, how we feeling? It's a different sentiment between today and yesterday, J Ellis. Different sentiment between today and yesterday. I think a lot of the fans are playing the long game and they're understanding what's happening here. And so I think a lot of the fans are supporting these moves. And like I said, you may need some of these assets for a Godfather deal to move up to number one next year. If you want to do that, right? People are saying it's a deeper draft. You may not need to, but let's say you finish third, you finish fourth. You may want to, instead of giving up 2 1s, maybe it's 1-1 and 3 of those second rounders or 2 of those second rounders that's in the 2023 draft. I'm just throwing stuff out there, but I'm just talking about the main point is just that having that flexibility in those options.
Exactly. I'm very curious to know if we were able to land Austin Rivers yesterday, would Elfrid Payton still be in play? I really would like to know that because I know DJ Augustine was on the list and we lost him to the Milwaukee Bucks, which is, I get it. It's the Milwaukee Bucks. They're going to win that battle 9 times out of 10 just because, it's a chance to contend for a championship.
Right.
But as of today, like if we signed Austin Rivers yesterday, I don't know if we would sign Elfrid Payton. Yeah, because we can't chip him. We're stuck with him for the year. He's not even a movable piece. He's just here to throw lobs for people and play defense.
Right. The backcourt is crowded, J Ellis. The backcourt is crowded once again. Once again, what else is new? You have now Payton. You have Austin Rivers. You have Frank. You have DSJ. You have Quickly. Where are they going to move quickly? I'm not sure, but you have all that in flux. How do you see them managing this roster? I don't know. I think maybe Randall gets traded. Maybe DSJ gets traded in a package with Randall. Or maybe Evans just gets cut. I'm not sure how they finesse this.
To me, it feels like DSJ is the odd man out. To me. Just based on skill set, what they feel like he can bring versus what Frank can bring versus Austin Rivers. Like DSJ seems like the odd man out to me. Like to me, it just seems like we just go with shooting from the point guard. Just go for shooting from the point guard spot, and share the playmaking duties with RJ. Like that might be our best move.
Could be. It gives you some flexibility. I mean, with Rivers in here, yes, he spent about 72% of his time with Houston at the shooting guard spot, but he can play some point. But again, it's another ball handler out there. It's another guy that can get into the paint. It's a guy that can help you shooting. Again, 47% from the corner 3. That's 77th percentile. So he can knock it down for you. So you can have a lot of 3-guard lineups like the Thunder did. You can go Payton, Rivers, RJ. You can go RJ, Frank, Burks. Right? You can go RJ, Rivers, Burks. Or Rivers at the one, the 3-guard lineup in that way with Obi and Mitch slotted in. So it gives you some versatility there. And I'm wondering what happens with DSJ. We've been hearing all along that, they're high on him. But when moves can be made, you're going to make moves. When moves can be made, you're going to make moves in this evaluation period.
Exactly. No one seems safe right now, man. The old regime is gone. and it's time to move on. And like you said before, like we can go different ways. The fact that we don't have a traditional point guard here, it makes it more. I feel like it makes it more likely that we surround RJ with more shooters who are not necessarily point guards. So I do see what you're saying with maybe combinations with RJ Burke and Augustine or whatever type of guard rotation that works out to be, because
we don't have the point guard, right? We don't have
right.
it. Obviously, we need it. But again, I think Rivers can still help. He can help on the defensive end as well.
Right.
So I think Rivers can definitely help. Let's go to the phones and hear from the people, man. Brian from New York, you're up first, bro. What's going on? Brian going once. Hello. Brian, you still there?
Guess not.
Yeah, my fault.
Here we go.
Yo, Brian, what
I'm
you
sorry.
been doing, man? Come on, bro. Wake up. Let's go. What's going on?
Bro, I'm trying to write. All right, okay. So I think the Austin River deal is a great pickup, especially because of the next 2 years is non-guaranteed. My thing is with Randall, because that front court, it's still packed, and I don't know how they're gonna trade him. They're gonna have to trade him, but I feel like they could probably package Randall with like a team that needs guard play, like the Clippers. They could probably package there to the Clippers with Austin Rivers and probably Elfrid Payton, because they really need guard play. So they'll probably be willing to take on the Randall contract for that.
Depends. It depends. I'm not sure what the Clippers' salary cap situation is looking like. They just gave Mook the bag, J Ellis.
Yeah.
Mook cashed out, making about the same that he made here, but on a 3-year deal. So Mook got some stability there with the Clippers. So I'm not sure what their cap situation is looking like.
Yeah, me neither. Like I know they lost Montrezl Harrell, but they also signed Ibaka.
Yeah.
But you figured all the players they had last year and the way they were moving, you feel like they didn't have that much wiggle room to begin with. I don't know offhand, but they don't have that much. I don't think they have much wiggle room. We got to check that.
Yeah.
But I would love to send Randall over there. I would love to do that, man. Mm-hmm. I'm all for it. I'm all for moving Randall anywhere and getting a backup power forward over here who can shoot and just moving on from that situation.
Yeah. I agree, man. Currently scrolling through some news on KnicksFanTV.com. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys for KnicksFanTV.com. Let's take a look at the current roster situation here, J Ellis.
Mm-hmm.
Because as I said, we have 16 guys on the NBA roster, on the main roster. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger here. I don't really have that much flexibility to make it bigger. But 16 on the main roster. You have your two-ways in Jared Harper and Theo Pinson. You have Miles Powell on the Exhibit 10.
Right.
So, there that is. Where do they go here? I'm not so sure. I think Evans could get waived. It's $2 million.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Randall trade available for them right now? As Berman said, Spellman has the best chance because right now we don't have that much depth at the backup 4 if you were even to trade Randall.
Right. Exactly. So you would have to hope that he steps up to the plate, but as of now, he's too raw. He has potential. But we don't know what we're going to get from him long term.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. So to everybody in the chat, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. How are we looking in the chat right now? About 2,500 in here. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those thumbs up buttons up. Let's get to about 1,000 likes. Salute to everybody watching on Facebook as well. All right, let's get right to it. Let's get back to the phones. Back in Newark, Brick City in here. Heavy. Gabe, what's going on?
What's up, CP? How are you?
Good, bro. What's going on? How you feeling?
I'm good. I just wanted to ask you about your opinion on these free agents, and specifically, I'm wondering how they're going to affect RJ Barrett. And I'm not sure how Leon Rose is really planning on using RJ Barrett next year because, you look at how he performed last year, and obviously he didn't have a team around him to really succeed, right? He didn't have any floor spacing. And, you look at RJ's past, he really dominated in Montverde and Duke off of physicality. He's not the most skilled player. I think we all know that.
Yeah.
He's not really a shot creator, but he's shown flashes. And he's not really a playmaker at this point, but he's shown flashes, right? And you would hope that he could get to that point. But I think that in order for him to get to that point, I think the Knicks, they have to simplify his game, right? They can't give him it's not that they can't give him the freedom to go out there and do what he wants, but he shouldn't be responsible for doing as much as he was last year. And I think that there's not really, obviously we all know there's no point guard yet. And I think he's gonna be asked to be the main playmaker again. And I just don't know if he's ready for that role. Now, I'm not saying that the Knicks should have gone out there and paid Fred VanVleet, 4 years, $80 million. And, there's only a certain amount of a trade capital that you're willing to give up for Chris Paul. But at the same time, I'm not really expecting RJ Barrett to go out there this year and average 17, 18 points when, I don't think he's at that point in his career yet.
Yeah, I agree, and I don't think they're gonna give him the range, J Ellis. They're not gonna give him that responsibility, but that's why, again, you have the flexibility. For better or for worse, like it or not, Peyton is still here. So, even though they don't mesh too well, Peyton I think will still be a primary facilitator. You could run lineups with RJ and Frank as two options for ball handling and facilitating. You can run Rivers out there. Again, you can run a 3-guard lineup, Frank, Rivers, and RJ, Frank, Rivers, Burks. So you have some capable shooters out there with RJ and some willing passers. Again, we don't have our point guard option available right now, or as perfect as we would like it, J Ellis, but we have some options there.
Yeah, I don't. To me, do you think RJ was running the offense last year?
No. I disagree with that. He wasn't. He wasn't.
Okay, that part hurt me. Yeah, I don't think RJ was really running the offense last year. To me, what I saw was Julius Randle running point guard, and waving RJ off and passing it to Elfrid Payton and passing it back to Julius Randle. And then I also saw Mook taking the last shots. I feel like I saw more RJ running the offense towards the end of the year.
Towards the end.
Yeah, and then I don't see, like, for me, even at this time, he was averaging around 15 points a game. Mm-hmm. And he was getting to the line at such a high rate. To me, for him to average 17 points a game, he doesn't have to even do that much more to his game. All he has to do is hit his free throws.
And he's averaging free throws, man. If he could hit his free throws, he'll average 17 in his sleep. If he can hit his free throws.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about his threes. I'm just talking about his free throws.
Right.
So I don't think it's out of the question for RJ to average 17 points a game this season.
Yeah. I agree. He could average 17 in his sleep if he just knocks down a couple more free throws, man. That's major. Let's go to our guy Max from the Bronx. Max, how you feeling, bro?
CP J Ellis, what's good?
How you feeling, man? What's going on?
I'm good. All right, so I wanted to talk about how the team has been constructed. I really enjoy how they're constructing the team, but obviously no one liked the Peyton move yesterday. I mean, Peyton. No. I don't even want to talk about that guy because he only sees Randall on the court and nobody else. But they have 3-point shooting around RJ now. Now I have to disagree with the caller before, like you guys did, respectfully, because RJ can facilitate. RJ averaged almost 16 points last year with the worst constructive roster you could have around him. There was no shooting. There was none of that. We have shooters now. Honestly, I think the Knicks should play in a way where you might have Quickly at point guard. Even though Quickly's not like a facilitating point guard, RJ and Mitch can run that pick and roll and have these shooters in the corners, and RJ can see the shooters. That's the smart way to play. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
because
of course.
RJ can pass the ball. One thing I learned about RJ last year, he could pass the ball. So I don't have no problem with him. We need 3-point shooters, as much 3-point shooting around them as possible, and for him to succeed. I think the Knicks, obviously, we're going to still be bad, but the team is going to be a lot more enjoyable to watch. And remember, there's still Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox can hit a wide open.
You still got Kev. You still got Bullock. You still got Kev. I was talking more about the guards, but yeah.
He can hit a wide open 3. So I think the team, give Leon Rose some credit. He's building the team right. And we just have to go through the process because 2021 is the real year. Forget this free agent class. 2021 is a real year for the draft and the free agent class.
Yeah. There it is. Appreciate the call, man. It's going to be a lean one, J Ellis.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lean one, but again, they're trying to do their best to put some quality, cheap pieces around them that can help them but at the same time can help the team by netting more assets if they wanted to flip them at the deadline and maintain that flexibility.
Exactly. Like, I don't know if Tom is on board to fade for Cade like everybody else, though. But I do feel like you're going to try to compete. Listen, I'm cautionary tale Knicks fans. Like, I feel like I got a lot of flack before when I said Fred VanVleet is coming. Is not coming. And I don't expect Fred VanVleet or CP3 to come save us. But we are not getting big free agents next season unless we're around 500. So don't hang your hat on this person's coming to save us, this person's coming to save us. If we perform this year, if we're around 500, whatever 500 is this year, because it's 72 games this year, then I feel like we will be able to make the next step. But until then, don't get too hyped about whatever big free agent Giannis. Don't do that to yourself.
No, I think that fade for Cade talk. They're not gonna make the playoffs, bro. Let's just be real, right? So whether they want to tank or not, they're not gonna be good enough anyway. But at the same time, you just want to see them taking some gradual steps, and let's see what happens. Maybe they overachieve a bit, and that's all you could hope for. All you could hope for is that they overachieve a bit. They're not gonna make the playoffs, but you want to see them taking gradual steps. Again, does Kev take the next step as a shooter at the 3, maybe the 4? Does Bullock regain his shooting form? Right. If they do, that's a whole nother ball game. And again, with the type of lineups that you could put out there, and bringing in Burks and Rivers and having RJ out there, you got a lot of flexibility with how you could shape your lineups.
Absolutely. Shooting solves all right now. And as long as they do their job, we can solve that shooting problem. And let's not forget, too, RJ's been putting work in the offseason. Mitch is putting work in the offseason. If one of them, if one of those guys learn to shoot, that can change everything as well.
Yeah.
Somebody got to hit.
Yeah.
One of these guys' offseason work has to actually come to fruition.
I agree. I definitely agree with you there. So to everybody in the chat, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Another night we have topped 3,000 live viewers. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. 4 straight nights, J Ellis, we have hit 3,000. Let's get it going. This is Knicks all season talk. We're talking off Austin Rivers, and they're here for it.
Austin Rivers is bringing everybody to the
Austin Rivers right now. Is bringing Knicks fans together. Golly, man. Yeah, but again, when was the last time you saw the front office making these forward-thinking moves? They flipped Ed Davis for 3 second-round picks, and the guy never played a game for the Knicks. His contract is worth $5 million, so you basically swap $5 million for 3 second-round picks, bro.
It's insane, CP. I'm watching things I've never seen here ever as a Knicks fan. Ever. It's crazy. Everything that we've been criticized for, not using our cap, overpaying players, we just seem to be doing the complete opposite this year. And I love it. I can't wait to see where this goes. I'm still gonna be patient though. We gotta give these guys time to cook. Yeah. But it seems like there's a definite plan. Let's be patient with these guys.
Patience.
I know patience is not a virtue. Everybody's tired of being patient, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. Yeah. Let's really be patient for real.
I agree. Somebody in the chat said, don't forget about Iggy. Yeah, hopefully we get a chance to see Iggy on the main roster, and maybe he gets a chance as well. So, again, this is a tryout period once again, and we'll see who fits, who doesn't. They got Austin Rivers, bro, for a steal. He opted out of a $2.4 million deal with Houston and 1 year left, and came here, 3-year deal, only 1 year guaranteed.
That's crazy.
That's a tremendous amount of flexibility. And again,
that's a lot of flexibility.
There's going to be teams that may want him at the deadline for sure. And at that cheap of a deal, come on.
Between Rivers, Alec, and Noel, there is a lot of possibilities come trade deadline.
Yeah.
Seriously, to make some serious moves and just reshape this whole roster.
Sure.
Just keep our eyes peeled.
Definitely, man. If you guys are new in the chat, leave us a hashtag new. We'll shout you guys out. Shout out my guy, Click Productions, a.k.a. Knicks Click, in the chat.
Yo, it's good to you, man.
Yeah, man. Knicks Click in here, bro. Knicks Click is definitely in here. Heavy salute to Knicks Click. His 2K movement, his 2K wave is unbelievable. Dude made it to like over 100,000 subscribers in like record time, 3 months. Or something crazy, bro. So the 2K community has definitely brought this guy in, and he's killing it. So salute to Knicks Click, bro, for sure. Back to the Bronx, J Ellis. Will, what's going on?
Yo, what's good, y'all?
What up, Will? What's going on? How you feeling?
Awesome. Yeah, I don't know. Like, they aren't making bad moves. It's just weird. And I guess it's weird because they're making moves that make sense. You know? I guess that's why it feels weird. But all I know is I hope all these moves we're making is to get Julius the hell out of here. You know, he needs to just leave. We only have 1 point guard. All these other guys, we have like 15 shooting guards. And DSJ, he needs to go. He just needs to change occupation. He's not even a basketball player to me. He's just that guy in high school that has hops for no reason. So he needs to go. But yeah, I hope, you know, I have trust in this front office. And I think they got us on the right track. And being patient, that's the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
So thanks for having me on. And y'all stay safe.
Thanks, Will. Yeah, J Ellis, I think the enthusiasm is not about wins and losses. It's about how they're trying to set themselves up for the future. Is it guaranteed? No. But you still got to be prepared to strike when you need to. But at the same time, you have to develop, right? You got to make sure that you guys are getting better. So it's a tough balance. It's a very tough balance. But they invested all this money in player development. Mm-hmm. They're moving towards that track. At the same time, they're trying to run this a lean operation. Let's see how it plays out in the next few years. That's all you could do, bro.
Yeah, man, that's all we could do, man. If you're missing out on these home run plays, just keep bunting. Just keep bunting. Get on base.
That's it.
Get on base, and we'll score the long way. It don't have to be a home run.
That's it, man. I want to shout out Louis Lara, team #new. EJA, what's going on, team #new. Carolyn D's. Salute to Carolyn. Chris G to G Styles. What up, Chris? Crispin Booker, team #new. We got Eric Castro, team #new as well. Who you got in your chat, Shales?
Yo, shout out to everybody holding down the chat. Shout out to Gregory Lee. Shout out to Gregory Castillo, Hans Guitar, Kerry Cox, Devin Cruz, Rich Jim, Alasumba. Trust no one. You can trust us too.
Yeah.
And shout out to John Salento, man. Always here early. Shout out to you guys.
Somebody in the chat said, who do you think will start at the 1?
Woo.
I still think it's gonna be Peyton to start. I know people are gonna be pissed off. I don't want to see it. A lot of people don't want to see it. I think they'll still do it. From a familiarity standpoint, I think they'll still do it, especially if Randall's still here. I think they'll still do it. If
Randall is still here. Oh, gosh.
I think they'll still do it. I'm just being honest. I think they'll still do it. It's not what I want, but I think that's where I think that is where they will go. He's the only reliable point guard that you have on the team right now, that you can trust.
He's an actual point. He's like the actual point guard of the team that can't shoot, that doesn't fit. Will he keep his starting spot is something. I'm like,
probably not.
Yeah,
probably not.
Like sometimes it'd be for the vet to be a respect thing. Sometimes, you know what I mean. So you don't damage their ego too much.
I just think in this short time frame to get started, I think Tibbs will go there because he can know what to expect while he still learns, who Frank and DSJ are. Is DSJ going to be back in good shape? He's always conditioning is always an issue with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they'll lean on Peyton just from a familiarity standpoint and probably make a move from there. But let's see what happens, man. Tomorrow they could make another move. So let's see how it goes.
I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with this Randall situation, man, because you don't draft Obi Toppin to come off the bench.
Yeah.
You just don't.
I agree. How do they handle that? That's a tough situation there, boy.
Exactly. Like I know some people was like, hey, let him rock until midseason. We don't have to trade him right away. But I can see this blowing up if we do not trade him.
Yeah.
I don't think this is going to end well.
It's tough. Like Jay from Florida said, there was no congratulations to Obi coming from Julius's social media. So let's see what happens, man. Back to LI. Chris, what's going on, bro?
What's going on?
How you doing, man?
I want to talk about free agency fever. What's going on with the Knicks? Who they're signing?
All right.
I gotta say, I'm very happy with the move of signing Nerlens Noel
Okay.
and Austin Rivers. I believe Austin Rivers is the future of the Knicks from what they need right now. He's the best we got so far at the guard.
Mm-hmm.
And Nerlens Noel, beautiful pickup.
Yeah.
The only thing I would have to say about Noel, I think the Knicks should start him over Mitchell Robinson, because you never know with Mitchell Robinson. I think he should just play back and let Nerlens Noel go for it and then stay back, because he's not the best center in the NBA.
Okay.
And Nerlens Noel has been given the chances to start in starting lineups through the year for the Thunder, for the Sixers.
Okay. I appreciate the call, man. So he's saying that he thinks Noel should start over Mitch. Now, I wouldn't go that way, but I like the Noel pickup, J Ellis. What you think about the Noel pickup?
Yeah, it's crazy because it's one of the only pickups that happened that no one was kind of beefing about.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like I feel like every pickup had some weird reaction, but that one, like he's shout out to Delano. Like he called it. He called it. This guy's gonna block shots. He's gonna get his steals. He's going to play the perimeter defense. He's gonna give you a lot of what Mitch did. And for the first time, if Mitch comes off the court, we're not left like looking at Taj Gibson. Like, can you replicate what he just did? No, he can't. But now we have somebody who could actually replicate what Mitch does and not lose a step. So I'm happy with the signing for real.
Yeah, I like that. I like the Noel pickup. Solid. Is proven to be a little bit more versatile as he's gotten a bit older. Good defender, good rim runner as well. So I think we won't miss a step.
Right.
With Nerlens out there as the backup. Again, 1 year deal, $5 million, J Ellis, and a guy who could be in demand later on in the year.
Mm-hmm.
So again, flexibility. Let's go to Tribeca. E-Dot, what's going on, man?
CP, what's going on? Nick of Time Show, J Ellis.
That's good.
How y'all doing? Congratulations on the website.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. What's your points tonight?
I just want to say quickly, when I was on hold, there's a little buzz I couldn't really hear, so it may be throwing off some of the callers.
Okay.
But as far as the Knicks, I think we should go after Westbrook because Westbrook can unlock some talent in a Steven Adams. He can unlock talent in a Victor Oladipo. And I believe that some of these moves were set up out of a play to make a bigger splash after free agency or when the smoke clears on Monday. So this way the Knicks, everybody in the NBA world, wouldn't be so neglective towards the move and the trade.
Mm-hmm.
Now it all depends on who we giving up. The problem is, we labeled as the Kentucky Knicks right now, and I'm not sure if they want to throw Randall or Knox in there. But I'll hang up and listen because I know you guys got a jam-packed show. I appreciate it, and I'll continue to support you guys on Twitter. J Ellis, thanks for the follow.
Appreciate it, E-Dot. Appreciate E-Dot. Yeah, right. J Ellis, I don't know. I can't never say never, bro, but I don't think they make these moves to package everybody up for Westbrook.
No.
I think they're gonna continue down this path of building for flexibility on the cheap.
I agree with you. I just don't see. I don't see no big move for Westbrook coming. I didn't like it last week. I didn't like it last month.
Yeah.
Today, I feel the same. Don't like it. No Westbrook. 2-ball dominant. Can't shoot. I mean, if he costs $5 million like Elfrid Payton, then maybe I can get over it.
Westbrook for Payton, straight up.
Straight up.
Yeah, just I don't think they crater the cap in that way after making all these moves to show some flexibility. I don't think they're going that way. I think they're going to continue the way they're doing it.
Absolutely.
I think they're going to continue the way they're doing it. So
absolutely, it just makes no sense. Just blow up the whole cap for Russell Westbrook at this point. It just makes no sense. After being so conservative, like they wasn't even trying to like give DJ Augustine a little bit extra to come. Like if
he got 3 years, 21.
Right.
I'm not giving DJ Augustine 3 years.
Right.
I'll give him 1.
Exactly. So, it's not happening.
Yeah. Definitely. E. mentioned KnicksFanTV.com. Hit that thumbs up on for you boys. KnicksFanTV.com. The site is up. The site. The people built that site. All your super chats, like I said, goes back into investing in the channel. Everything, the site, equipment, everything. So we definitely appreciate everybody for contributing. And we're just going to continue to make this a grassroots movement. So go to KnicksFanTV.com and check it out. All right, let's hear from Josh from San Diego. What's going on, man?
CP, J Ellis, how y'all doing tonight, fellas?
All right.
Good, man. How you feeling, bro? Go ahead. Let's hear it.
I'm all right. Listen, I completely disagree with you guys on the whole Russell Westbrook thing. First of all, Russell Westbrook is not DJ Augustine or Jeff Teague. Russell Westbrook is a perennial all-star, if not superstar in the league. And I understand you guys are afraid of the contract and blowing up all the cap space that we need. But if Leon Rose has positioned the team in a very good spot where he can be able to move some pieces, still be able to maintain stuff in the future, and be able to fit Russell Westbrook on this roster. Now, what I want you guys to understand is if you look at the current roster, right, who is going to be our leading scorer? Where's all the scoring going to come from? We're hoping that RJ Barrett is going to develop into this person to be that scorer, but he really wasn't that last year. We need more scoring on this team currently as constructed, and we cannot tank for the 2021 draft class. Let's go out and start winning some games because that's how you gain respect, not by tanking. So let's go out and let's go get someone like Westbrook. If not Westbrook, John Wall.
No, all right, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
That's out there that a team wants to get rid of.
All right, I'm out of here, Josh. I'm out of here, man. That's my guy, J Ellis, but we got to get him out of there. Can't
John Wall or West. Did you just see that John Wall recovered from a 2-year injury? He just came back. You want us to make a move for John Wall? All our precious cap for John.
Josh, you're my boy, Josh. You're my boy. You're always welcome to call. But John Wall, that's where I draw the line, J Ellis. We had to cut the line. We had to cut the line, man.
John Wall. That's like the only more absurd option in Westbrook is John Wall.
Finish him.
My man just started to learn to walk.
John Wall. At $50 million. His deal is even worse than Brody's.
Hell no. No. I respect John Wall's game tremendously, but that injury plus that contract, I'm having flashbacks of Antonio McDyess all over it.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going anywhere near that, and I don't think the Knicks will either.
We still playing for Joakim Noah. We still paying him.
Yeah, that's not happening. John Wall, it's not happening, bro. Somebody in chat said he's stealing money, and they're absolutely right.
I can't imagine. Right, I can't imagine.
Yeah,
people are still flaming Allen Houston to this day.
True.
For $100 million
John
contract.
Wall, that would be McDyess all over again, bro.
What?
Sorry, man.
John Wall?
No way, man. No way. Let's go back to the phones. Michael from Massachusetts. What's going on, man?
Gentlemen, JP. I see CP and J Ellis. You guys are my classic pearl, man.
What's going on, Michael? How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good. Listen, quickly. He was a point guard, an All-American point guard coming out of high school. People don't know that. I don't know if they know that.
Mm-hmm.
I think he can play a little bit of the point. I think Tibbs got some say-so in the roster. I think people down on Peyton, but kids have to improve that, don't you think? And I like the move. I like the move. I think they got shooters now. I think RJ gonna be fine. I think people just need to calm down and trust these guys. They're doing what they're doing it. They're doing it right, and I appreciate it. I'm up here in the Celtic country, by the way.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy we didn't sign Hayward. We couldn't wait to get him out of here, man. they up there applauding Boston.
Yeah.
Hayward is through, man. I mean, hey, God bless Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Wins again.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah. I said on the Hayward deal, I said he caught MJ on a good night, J Ellis. MJ was probably on the poker table winning. He was up by a lot. He got the phone call that the Indiana and Boston trade went sour. And he said, you know what, give that man a bag.
CP, he did not want to lose to NY ever. That's what happened there. That's what happened. Because we was watching this dude this whole time, CP. We looking at it. I was like, oh, it's between Indiana and us.
Yeah.
If Indiana falters, he's coming to New York. At the last minute, MJ was like, no, I want Gordon.
Yeah.
I'm not letting NY win anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, MJ, but you actually lost.
For sure. Yeah, he did mention quickly he did run point in high school for sure. He didn't run it as much in Kentucky. When our guy Jack Pilgrim from Kentucky Sports Radio was on, he watched him the whole year. He spoke about how he kind of struggled at the point. Right. So they had Hagens out there. They had Maxey as well. So they kind of ran that 3-guard lineup as well. So maybe we'll see if that's what they feel like his role is. But obviously coming in is going to be as a shooter and it's going to be as some defense probably off the bench. And then we'll see where he goes from there.
Yeah, he's more of a 3-and-D guy. Like we can see him sliding in eventually. If he ends up being the best shooter on the team, it's possible he can slide in at some point into the starting lineup.
Yeah.
But as of now, I don't really trust him to make plays for everybody. So it'll be more of an off-court secondary.
You won't need him to once you have Rivers and Peyton here and Frank and to certain extent DSJ.
Do what you're good at.
Yeah. Yeah. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. How we looking? 3,000 in the chat still going in. Definitely want to salute everybody in the chat. Where you guys from? Throw your cities in the chat. Let us know where you guys are checking in from around the world. I'm seeing some super chats come in, J Ellis. Definitely want to shout out Michael Parker. Says he loves the Rivers signing. He said Leon Rose did more in 1 week than Phil did his entire tenure. Knicks going after Conley or Ball. So Michael Parker thinks there's still moves to be made. Jules the Walker, J Ellis, sends us a 5,000... I'm not sure what currency this is. What currency is a W? I'm not sure.
I don't know, but it sounds like a win to me.
Currency. Is that no, it's not a euro. I'm not sure, but thanks for the super chat, man. If it was $5,000, I would say, hey, you're a new guest host, buddy. If it was $5,000, I'd say,
hey, man, you get to cut the line.
You get to
call,
yeah,
sure.
For sure. But no, definitely appreciate it. We'll figure out where that's from. Who else we got in here? We have Mason Verticio. Mason, appreciate it. Shells Heavy, my guy Shells. He says we got Austin Rivers for free 99. Salute to Shells. Luke Hallworth says I gotta support my fellow Knicks fans. Salute to you, Luke. Ohio Hurricane says, is there still a chance for Westbrook? Yeah, I'm sure there is if they want to meet Houston's price or if they even want to. Last we heard, they were kind of lukewarm on the idea of it. So that's just where we're going right now.
Right.
We got Quentin Gilliam, JL says, RJ averaged 14, 5, and 2. That's more than some of the all-time greats rookie season. If those bum Philly fans can trust the process, surely we can.
Exactly. Give this man time. All y'all talking about RJ is bum and all this the first year. And he averaged 15 points a game, and then I know shooting around him. Yeah. Y'all crazy. Watch the game.
It is sleep. 17 should be easy, man. Knock down some free throws, Shells.
Easy.
17 should be very easy. Knock down some free throws. Esau Williams says Miles Powell is a dog/bucket, and quickly was a steal for sure. For sure. And then Jules Walker says Terry Conley Lowry. That's where he wants to go. Hornets just drafted Melo. The Raps just paid out Fred VanVleet. Conley don't fit with Donovan Mitchell. Joseph Brent sent us a super chat as well. And Big J says John Wall would be worse just from the stuff you hear off the court. If I had to choose between the two, I'd go Westbrook all day, easily.
Oh yeah, that's easy.
Easily.
Not even.
That's not. That's not even a question. If I had to choose between Westbrook and John Wall, I go Brody.
Yeah, like you never hear anything about Brody having anything crazy with his teammates. Everybody seems to love him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the attitude is there, the work ethic is there. It's just really the shooting and the contract. The shooting and the contract.
Even skills. I mean, listen, neither one is the greatest shooter, but I think Brody still has a better all-around game than John Wall.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
He's averaging triple doubles. Like, yeah.
Factuals. Salute to everybody checking in, man, all around the world. I see some people checking in from Lisbon, Portugal. I see some New Zealand, Australians and New Zealanders are in here heavy, J Ellis.
Okay, shout out to you guys, Australia.
Man. Ricardo Barrosa checking in from Portugal. Portugal is definitely holding us down. It's late over there too, man. Definitely late, bro.
Well, you a fan.
Tom Aless says the W's Korean. So we got some love from Korea. Let's go.
Okay.
I like that, man. We get some love in Korea. We global here, JLs.
All right. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah, you're going to have to step your Korean up, bro.
It's going to take a while. I'm not going to lie.
Korean wine. We got some Korean wine in here. Let's go. I appreciate that.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys in Korea, man. Thanks for the love, man.
Yeah. All right, let's hear from our guy Milton. You know, Milton wasn't too pleased with how things were going, JLs. He called the other day. He was a little bit irate. Milton, have you calmed down? Or how are you feeling right now? Talk to me, man.
Well, after hearing a couple of these calls, man, I thought I was calm. But, I mean, yesterday you got a guy calling this guy New Orleans. Today you got this guy half drunk talking about starting Noel over. I mean, come on. Let me just tell everybody one thing. We are not going to get jack if we don't start winning games. And all the people that are in this chat and everybody that keeps saying, we got to tank. We got to get that kid Cunningham. Stop. I need these people to stop being these new stupid Knicks fans that are relying and are just soft now. What happened to the hardcore Knicks fans that wouldn't settle for this? We have to try and build something to make people come here. We can't continue to say, let's keep tanking. I'm tired of hearing that. Yeah. I just want this team, and I'm telling you right now, Leon Rose, he's like 1 or 2 moves away from me getting a tattoo of his face on my ass. Because this guy right now is doing stuff I've never seen before, which is great. But the fact of the matter is we need a point guard. Now, there's a couple of names out there I could dream about. Are they going to get it? I don't know. I love Ricky Rubio. I love Lonzo Ball. I like these pass-first point guards. I like these type guys that
you got to pass. You got to pass first point guard in Peyton. What's wrong with Peyton, man? You got to pass first point guard here in Peyton.
Pass first, Julius Randle.
I guess you know what? Sometimes when you have something, you don't appreciate it. Maybe I have to like look into that more as far as him being on the Knicks. You always want something shiny and new, and out of respect I have for you, I'm going to sit back and maybe take a little stronger look and give him a little more of a chance. But let's just all focus on this thing with Knicks fans now, wanting to always tank every year. We have to stop this. We have to get. But you guys know nobody's going to come here. That's why the Nets got everybody going over there, because they started developing. They started winning. And people, you know, these big-time players think that they're going to be the missing piece to a team that's 500. They don't want to come here and try to save a team that won 12 games. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So let's just all buckle down and stop this crying about tanking, guys. This is New York City. We need to step up and rise. And all we need is for this guy to make one move. One more move. You don't have to get crazy. And the future does look bright. And I know you guys know it. The smart Knicks fans know it. But the only thing I say before I hang up, we have to improve our mindset as Knicks fans. Stop this small thinking. Stop trying to figure out a way to win the lottery. Look what happened with the New Orleans Saints with the Pelicans.
Yeah.
They won enough games to possibly make the playoffs. Look at the Suns in the bubble. Right. They didn't even make the playoffs. You know how respected the Suns are right now? You got Chris Paul going over there. You got people like thinking about going over there now because they both out. That was the Knicks. The Knicks fans would have been like, let's just lose the bubble and get out of there. No, Suns went out there. They won 8 straight games. You know what? They're getting respect. They're getting people wanting to go there. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. The Atlanta Hawks right now are trying to do that.
The Knicks just need to make a few more moves. I'm positive right now for the first time in a long time, even though I don't sound a little negative. But one move. Get me a playmaker. I don't care. I need a passing playmaker. And you guys saying Peyton, I'll listen to you guys. You guys are doing great.
Saying Peyton.
Much love.
Appreciate
you
it,
guys
Milton.
hang in there because right now I cannot stop getting enough of you guys. You guys are awesome.
Appreciate it, Milton. Appreciate it, man.
Don't put that on us. We did not say Peyton. Don't say that.
He said he wanted pass first. He said he wanted Rubio, and this guy said, "What about Peyton?" Just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, he passes to Julius Randle first. Peyton, exactly.
Yeah.
No, we didn't say Peyton. We good. We good on Peyton, man. We just know there's no point guard right now.
He's not
which
there.
is why I wanted a point guard in the draft, but it is what it is right now. We have to make do what we have.
He's not there, and people say they're not. They're not tanking. They're not tanking. No, maybe not. But this roster is not a winning or playoff roster. So whether you want to say tank or not, they're going to be back in the lottery, which is a great thing. I understand you guys want to win and this, that, and the third, but we also need talent, J Ellis.
Yeah.
Let's just be real.
Tom Thibodeau is going to have a tough time, man, because he's pushing for those win-now moves, and he's going to will a gasket for sure.
Yeah. In the meantime, start developing what you have, right? Start developing what you have here and take it from there.
Please. And shout out to Clifton Howard. He donated $4.99 just to tell us that Westbrook, rather than all the off-brand players y'all have now, period, fellas.
We're not saying he's not better. We're not saying he's not better. Well, all I'm saying is, again, I just don't see them, making all these moves to go in and tie their cap up by 40%, tie up 40% of the cap on one guy. I don't think they do that, JLs. I don't think they do that.
Yeah, long-term fit doesn't mesh. Taking a lot more shots away from RJ is too much wrong with that. Listen, and I love Russell Westbrook. He's one of my favorite players.
So many people want this rebuild and for them to play the long game and for them to run like a small market team, J Ellis. And I think this is what they're trying to do. They brought in Walt Perrin, who came from Utah, small market team.
Facts.
Brock Aller, capologist, Cleveland, small market team.
He's capping right now.
Look at what OKC's doing, small market team. Look at how Sam Presti's wheeling and dealing.
Exactly. Like we moving like OKC light out here right now. I don't know if you noticed all the second round picks we kind of stacking, but we moving like OKC right now. We have I think we have 57 second round picks right now.
Yeah.
Something like that.
In the draft, that supposedly is going to be loaded with high school talent when they lift the restriction.
Exactly. And this is what we wanted. This is what we got criticized for last year. Last year we got criticized for not weaponizing the cap, right?
Agreed.
Not taking on these bad contracts and flipping them for later. Like, we're doing it right now. So this is what it looks like, guys.
Agreed.
This is what it looks like.
Couple more calls. Jay Boogie, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what's going on with the team? How y'all doing, man? Everybody good, healthy, and safe. Still duck routine and everything. The draft is here, everything. I've been listening to a whole lot of conversation and everything going on for the past 3-4 days about people talking about this and that. 90% of y'all on this chat ain't never seen a Knick highlight on a Warner Wolf show. None of y'all. So all y'all need to fall back. Y'all killing me, man. Patience, man. Patience. It's a lot of people locked up that can't come home because they ain't tell. They got patience, man. Have patience with what's going on, man. Them people in the office, they working. Y'all want to go back to the other dude that we had last year before Leon came? Go call him and listen to some of that stuff. That man know what we doing. We don't need no Westbrook. We don't need no CP3. We don't need no John Wall. Some of y'all upset we didn't get the point guard, but you couldn't get the point guard because we had a killer drop from 5 to 8. That man is a killer. He's going to be a whole 25-point and 10 rebound dude for the next 8 years. That's why we didn't get Halliburton, man. We got a killer, and he's a hometown kid, man. So be patient, man. Patience, man.
paces, man. And I'm glad we didn't get Hayward. Hayward got shipped out of Boston because my man Aaron Naismith went there for a shoot around and shot the building out. That's why they got rid of him. And I'm glad we didn't give him the $120 million like Michael Jordan, man. But I wish we would have got one Kentucky dude. When we missed out and didn't have no other point guard or what's going on, I wouldn't have mind having Rondo come on this team right here because I know he'd have put people in position and showed them how to play. Now we got Peyton. We got Peyton another year. Peyton need to know this year is a difference from last year and this year. I hope he know how to run a team this year. Last year he was trying to make sure he get another contract. That's what he did last year. You got another contract. You got another effort. If he be our point guard, he got to learn how to put people in position and know how to run a team. That's what he need to do. I like the Rivers. I thought he was going down the street to Philly, but we grabbed him. That boy Alex Burke, I like him. He can handle the ball. He got a mid-range. He got a three-point shot. He can turn his butt on the little small guard and back him down. He got an all-the-way-around game, man. But be patient, man. Something else is coming in the works. And the main thing is they not messing up that money, man. That's the most important thing. And this year, RJ Barrett and Mitch Richmond, they got to show their ass. Excuse my French, but they got to show off and make other people want to come play with them. This is the same year that the Brooklyn Nets had before they got Kyrie and before they got Kevin Durant. They need to show up and show people out. So when 2021 comes, guys going to be like, oh, them dudes is balling. Let's go rock with them. They playing. They want to get somewhere. That's what we got to do. Them players, our main players got to show off and show people that we need other people to come, but we ready for them. And the office got to show people that we in the office and we running things now. If both of them got to be working at the same time, the bench and the office. And right now, the office is working. So when the season starts, the players I just named, RJ and Mitch, they got the ball. Remember I told you, that's Luau Dean and that's Joakim Noah back in the days. Now we got that boy, we going to call him Carlos Boozers until we get a point guard. But those are three right there. We got to get rid of Randall. Sit him up out of there. He got to go. I don't care. He don't need to start until we trade. Let him sit his monkey-looking self on the bench. Be mad all he wants. But don't put him in that game because we got a killer to take that spot, man. I'm out of breath, man. I'm going to holler back.
Let's go, man. Let's go, J Ellis. We can end the show off of that call right there.
Good night.
J Boogie drops the mic. Rate that call in the chat. 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. Rate J Boogie's call in the chat. That was a call of the night, J Ellis. I don't even have nothing to say about that, man. J Boogie brings out the Gatling gun, the AR.
Everybody can get it.
Straight facts, J Ellis.
Nothing but facts.
Nothing but facts.
Snapple high that
on
man.
A Sunday. The believers would say preach.
It is Sunday.
It is Sunday, J Ellis.
It is Sunday.
Wow.
Church of the Knicks. Preach, Jay.
I have nothing to say, bro. Yo. I'm speechless. Fives across the board.
Oh, man.
If this was the Olympics, he'd win the diving contest.
Pass the offering plate, CP. Pass the...
I have nothing else to say, man. J Boogie brings out the cannon on a Sunday night, J Ellis.
Sometimes you just gotta let him go.
Sometimes you just gotta let him go. I have nothing to say, bro.
I have nothing to say.
That's my man. 100 grand, bro.
Big facts.
Beginning to end. Laid it down. Laid it down. He said if he wasn't with us with Warner Wolf.
Jay Book, I'm gonna let you know right now. If I ever make it big, I will pay you to call me in the morning just to motivate me to do stuff. Make those eggs. That man can move a country.
Yo, real talk. Oh man, shout out J Boogie, bro. Thank you so much, man. Man, that energy was much needed, bro.
Book for president.
Much needed, man. Much needed. Shout out J Boogie for that, bro. That was fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic. All right, let's go to my guy Jay from Florida. Jay, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, shout out my man Jay Boogie, man. My man Jay Boogie killed it, right? I want to say, let's be patient, man. Russell Westbrook does nothing for this team. Nothing for this team. You got casual Knicks fans that don't watch no college ball. They don't watch YouTube highlights. They don't even know who's in the 21 draft, right? You got that kid Jalen Green. You got Cade. You got Jonathan Kuminga. You got five-star talent waiting in that 21 draft. Just chill. Let's go down memory lane, right? I've been a Knicks fan since 94. I'm 34, right? First, we drafted Rod Strickland. We traded him. Thirsty. We drafted Mark Jackson. We traded him. I think if we had both of those point guards in 94, we probably would have won the chip, along with Doc Rivers, right? Players come from you drafting them, right? Everything is not about free agent, Milton. Everything is not about getting free agents. You got to draft your homegrown talent. Once your homegrown talent develops, you're going to get free agents like how we signed Allen Houston, how we traded for Spreewell. Patrick Ewing was a draft pick. John Starks came off a scrap heap. They built that team from scrap, and then they started signing free agents and making trades to put pieces around them. But your foundation comes from actually drafting your talent. Like I said, the last 3 calls, the 21 draft is literally in 6 months. The season's going to fly by, then we're going to be at it with 10 prospects, fire prospects that we can pick in the first round. And we have the Dallas pick. Let's hold out hope that we get a 15, a 16, 17 pick with the Dallas pick, and we good. We have no worries. After RJ and Obi ball out, this year Obi going to get 25 and 10 on my man Jay Boogie said. We're going to have the talent. Hopefully RJ get like 17, and we good. We set up, man. Be patient. Yeah. I'm tired of this Westbrook and John Wall. Y'all crazy. They 35 years old. They finished. They gave all their legs to the Wizards and the Thunder already. Let's get our own talent in here. Let's get Jalen Green. Let's get Kuminga. Let's get Cade to come in here and build this team up. And then we get free agents after that. Just chill, Knicks fans. Relax.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Jay from Florida.
I feel you.
Drops it, Mike. I'm with him.
I'm with him too. Like,
100%.
listen, if we can draft correctly, what does drafting correctly give us? Drafting correctly gives us flexibility, CP, man. If you have talent who's going to produce for $5 million out the gate, you're going to look good. And then you can re-sign them and go over the cap and add pieces later on. So, absolutely, draft our talent. If we draft correctly, it's going to help us in the long run. Let's keep drafting. Let's make a smart trade, smart pickups, and keep on that track. Keep on that track.
Yeah. Listen, the patience thing is easy for some, harder for others. When you've been losing for the better half for 20 years, it's hard to have patience. At the same time, over the course of those 20 years, they haven't built this thing properly. So you never progressed. Every time they took a step forward, they took 10 steps back from the moves that they made to try to make that step forward. So this is why we're here. Like, if you're still a fan of the team, patience, it seems like they're putting one foot in front of the other and tying their shoelaces properly. Baby steps, J Ellis. That's all we're asking for. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Right now.
Baby steps.
Baby steps right now. All right, last call of the night. We're gonna have Ari. Ari, close it. What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's up, Stevie? What's up, Jess? I wasn't gonna call in, but then I heard someone say John Wall, and I just lost my mind a little bit. That was probably the worst call in KFTV history, to be honest with you. Here's the thing. People want, yes, obviously we all want to win ball games, right? But I want to win chips, man, right? I want to win championships. I want to build to a championship. I don't want to win games just to get swept in the first round or in the second round or something like that, right? The Houston Rockets won a lot of basketball games over the past 5 years, but they have no chips. They never won anything, right? Getting a guy like Russell Westbrook is not going to win you a chip. Yeah, it'll win you ball games, but like Jafer said, you won't be in the lottery. You won't get lottery picks because you'll make the playoffs, and then you won't win anything in the playoffs. You won't win any series. I don't remember the last time Russell Westbrook went past the first round before he got to Houston, but and you're just stuck in no man's land, right? You have to, and then you can't sign anyone because you spent all your money on Russell Westbrook, a guy who's over the age of 30 when the rest of your team is 21 years old, who relies solely on his athleticism, who can't shoot for his life. It just doesn't make sense. I'm with Jay, man. you got to be patient, right? You got to be patient with this. And there is a way to not tank and not compromise your cap space and not compromise your future. And that's what Leon Rose is doing. He's making good signings. Like Austin Rivers, 3 years, $10 million. That's a great signing, right? Like, Nerlens Noel is a good signing. They're all fiscally responsible signings. The only thing I would say, the only risk I have is that people need to know their roles before, like right away. They need to know their roles. It can't be another Fizdale experiment where we're trying this. We have 5 guys on this depth chart here, 5 guys here. Like, everyone needs to know their roles. So I'm hoping there's another move that's going to go down where, like, we trade, like, DSJ or Frank or basically get rid of some players, take in some, additional assets. But, like, at least everyone has a defined role. But, like people are so desperate to win games, and, like, we all want to win games, but why would we want to win a championship one day, right? And we had to take the necessary steps to do that. Philadelphia has Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons because they were willing to trust that process, right? The Phoenix Suns are really good right now, or getting better because they drafted Devin Booker. So it's like, yeah, listen, we need one of these guys. We need Obi, we need RJ, we need one of these guys, Knox, whoever it is. We need one of these guys to break out, make our team respectable, add quality pieces without compromising the cap, hope to get better, and at least build a culture. And I'm telling you, that'll get free agents, especially if we have room to sign 2 max free agents. I think as long as one of these guys break out and we're respectable and we have a culture and we're a fun team and we're showing promise, I don't think we need to be near 500 to get 2 max free agents. I think we just have to improve. But Russell Westbrook is not the answer. Let's just play it. Be patient, man. That's it. Patient.
Time will tell, man. Appreciate the call, bro. Time will tell, J Ellis. That's just the bottom line for tonight's episode. Well, good show. Good show.
Yeah.
Good show. We had some passion. The passion was there. The fan base is definitely out. 3,000 J Ellis. 4 nights in a row. We are rocking. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. KnicksFanTV.com up and running. Just to recap once again, the Knicks went out and signed one Austin Rivers to a 3-year deal, 1 year guaranteed, all worth $10 million. That's it. Secondly, the Knicks traded Ed Davis to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Omari Spellman, Jacob Evans, and another 2nd-round pick. That equals 3 2nd-round picks that the Knicks were able to get for acquiring Ed Davis and then flipping him to another team. So the bottom line is that the Knicks are again, keeping this thing lean. They're weaponizing the cap as we wanted them to do. And they're bringing in players on the cheap that can still fill roles here and help this team in the areas of need. JLs, go ahead and sign out.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who supports Knicks Fan TV and Knick Time Show. Stay tuned. New episode of Knick Time Show is dropping very soon. Tuesday, definitely going to be on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Play. And definitely watch out for this episode dropping on YouTube as well. Also check out thenickttimeshow.com, our blog, thenickttimeshow.com. You can also check us out on, I'm losing, I'm getting tired. Also check us out on Twitter at the KOT Show, Instagram at the Knick of Time Show, and on Facebook as well. That is all. Back to you.
Yes, sir. Great show as usual, bro. Get some sleep. And salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let's get those likes up. You heard Jay Boogie, you heard Jay from Florida, Ari, Josh from San Diego. A lot of passionate calls here, man. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. Let's get those likes up to 2,000. We're at 1,350 right now. There's 3,000 people watching. Everybody hit that like button and get us up to 2,000 before we leave. Remember, this show's available in audio podcast format: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Amazon Alexa, iHeartRadio, you name it. We are there. Never have an excuse to miss a show. Want to shout out some more super chats, J Ellis.
All right.
Joseph Brent, Big J, appreciate it. Payback Carter said, "Don't sleep on Omari Spellman." Yeah, I think could be a depth piece at the 4. I think we'll need it if we ship out Randall. Mr. William 1072 says Tibbs and Woody ain't gonna allow Alvin Randall to play buddy ball. Googie Goog. This is where I come for real Knicks talk. That's what I'm talking about. You damn right.
That's right.
Tony Curry with the super chat. Appreciate it, Tony. Sean FR. Sean, appreciate it. Sean, $20 super chat. Definitely appreciate it. Greenhouse checking in from Newark as well. He says free J Ellis. Oh, KOT down. Now it's back up now. Oh my God. Who else? Paul Nielis says Warner Wolf. Let's go to the videotape. Yeah, that was classic Warner Wolf days. I know Chuck D, if he's watching, would certainly agree. Christoph said I was cleaning my shower and the caller had me stop. He was talking all facts. Probably talking about Jay Boogie. Chris C says pass the collection plate 5. 3 fire emojis. Number one show for fans by the fans. Park City Dion, appreciate it. And Ryan Hay sends us an Australian super chat. Hey. All the people down under, we appreciate you guys waking up and watching us, man. JL, who you want to shout out, bro?
Yo, shout out to Alvin Lewis. He says this is the best Knicks show. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for supporting us. Shout out to also Calvin Whitaker. He says, true facts move, brother. I've been a Knicks fan since 1968. Patience is a virtue. We all gonna be patient, man. We're gonna make it through. Don't worry.
Yeah,
rock
man.
with us.
In the meantime, just continue to rock with us, man. J Ellis, I'll see you, bro.